Chapter 2. Lucas! Lucas Nickle's foot froze in mid-air when he heard his mom's voice. Peanut! Dora Nickle called from her bedroom window. It's time to come inside now. Lucas stomped his foot just inches away from the anthill as he turned and walked away. The ant sighed with relief. Peanut! I think I got through to him, Clovis said. What do you think, Sock? Destroyer, Sock murmured. The ants went back to work. Meanwhile, inside the Nickle household, Doran and Fred Nickle were gearing up for some serious rest and relaxation. Doran danced around the room as she tossed clothes into her open suitcase. Fred was already dressed for fun in the sun in his Hawaiian shirt and Bermuda shorts. Happy anniversary to us, Fred sang. He grabbed a pair of bright swim trunks and pulled them over his head. As Fred paraded around the room, their teenage daughter, Tiffany, walked by. 16-year-old Tiffany had blonde hair, a closet full of cutting-edge clothes, and a cell phone that was practically fused to her ear. Marcy, Tiffany murmured into her cell phone. Check it out! Snap! Fred froze like a deer in headlights as Tiffany took a picture with her camera phone. Busted! Double my allowance or this goes straight on the internet, Tiffany said as she held up the embarrassing photo. Done, Fred gulped. The doorbell rang and Fred hurried downstairs. He swung open the door and groaned. On this doorstep was the shadow of a man surrounded by a swarm of buzzing flies. It was Stan Beals, the exterminator, again. I told you, Fred said. I'm not interested. You're new to this area, Stan said as he began to close the front door. If I may be frank, this place is infested, but one signature can change that. Stan blew puffs of cigar smoke at the flies, sending them crashing to the ground. I'm kind of busy, Fred said. So if you don't mind, he gestured toward the driveway. Nice hat, Stan said as he walked away. Fred blushed as he pulled the swim trunks off his head. He needed a vacation now. Lucas, Tiffany, Doran called from the kitchen. We're leaving. Lucas sat on the floor of the living room, his eyes glued to his favorite electronic game, Frog Flyer. He grinned as the flying mallets attacked the hang-gliding amphibians. Smashing frogs was almost as fun as smashing ants. Why didn't you answer, Lucas? Doran asked as she stepped into the living room. She peeked behind the chair where Lucas was hiding and gasped. Lucas' cheek was scraped, his hair was tangled, and his clothes were a dirty mess. Are you all right, sweetie? Doran asked. Before Lucas could say anything, Fred answered. Of course he's all right. Just a little roughhousing with your friends. Right, Luke? Doran didn't buy it. She reached down and wiped Lucas' face. Are you sure you're okay, sweetie? I'm fine, Lucas said. Like Dad said, I was just playing with my friends. Like you've got any friends, Tiffany added. He's so antisocial. Fred looked out the window to see Steve and his pose of bullies riding Lucas' bike down the street. Doran joined Fred at the window. She became more concerned. Maybe we shouldn't go on a vacation, Fred, Doran added. Come on, it's our big wedding anniversary and we're going to Puerto Vallarta for a little quality time, Fred protested. I'm fine, Mom. Don't cancel your vacation just because of me. I can solve my problems, Lucas declared. What problem? Doran said softly. Bedwetting is nothing to be ashamed of, Peanut. What? I don't have any problems except for you treating me like a baby, Lucas snapped. And stop calling me Peanut. Everybody just leave me alone. And with that, Lucas picked up his Game Boy and stomped off to his room. Later, Lucas and his sister walked out on the porch and watched their mom and dad drive off. Adios, ma familia, Fred called from the car. Whatever, Tiffany grumbled. Bye, Tiff. Bye, Lucas, Doran called as she waved. I love you. Lucas folded his arms across his chest. He didn't wave back or say goodbye. You kids mind your grandma, Fred said. The car shot off. As black exhaust fumes spewed from the tailpipe, a window on the second floor flew open. A gray-haired lady dressed in sweats struck out her head. Have fun! Don't worry, we're gonna make cookies, she shouted, and we're going to prepare for an alien attack. Then she added, You're poisoning the planet, Freddy. Stop global warming. Ack! Lucas jumped as his grandmother's false teeth clattered to the ground. It wasn't the first time it had happened. Momo was always getting worked up over something, and losing her teeth in the process. Your turn, Tiffany sighed. Lucas carried Momo's teeth upstairs to her room. When he walked inside, he saw that the room was filled with power supplies and a dozen swirling fans. What are you doing? Lucas asked. Preventing alien abduction, Momo said as she popped her teeth back in. Aliens hate airflow. It dries them nuts. We've got to be prepared. Tell your friends. I don't have any friends, Lucas said. I look after myself.